You're out of storage.
There we go. There we go. What's up, everybody? We are live at Lake Martin Pizza, and it is nice and sunny outside. We thought we'd take advantage because it is here toward the end of December, and we could be inside in the plastic area. So, good deal, Kane. I was about to text you. I'm glad you got us. We will be live for TV here in just a little bit. Another portal edition for Auburn as we make our way down here. Jamonte Waller jumping in. So that is, I believe, 18 now for Auburn. We'll talk about that. And so a lot going on. I can feel that heat kicking too.
Yeah, it does feel
you
good.
feel like it's like perfect out here, but the sun, it's beautiful. We're out here on the patio area at Lake Martin Pizza in Alexander City on Highway 63. We've already paid for somebody's lunch. We've got 4 more left. So you can come up here and got 30 seconds and we'll be live for TV as we head you into Christmas week coming up.
I'm excited.
Very. Me too.
I can't believe it.
Very, very excited. Wore my t-shirt out here today.
Are you getting warm? We can turn it down.
Oh, no. I don't feel that like I feel that. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Auburn Blitz here at lunch. We are on location at Lake Martin Pizza Company here in Alexander City on Highway 63. Got a good crowd already out here for lunch, and it's just a gorgeous day. Yesterday was kind of dreary, it was rainy, it was nasty.
Oh, gosh.
All that got out of here, and when you're in the sun, it feels like kind of a springish, fallish day, doesn't it?
Until the wind starts going, then it's a little chilly. But yeah, I mean, it feels nice out. It's a beautiful day, not a cloud.
Zero. There is not one around us to find. So, again, come check out Lake Martin Pizza Company. They are so awesome. The one on Highway 49 and the one on Highway 63. They're both tremendous. They're both owned by Brett and Stacy. Brett coming over here hooking you up with the heater for the wind that blows through every once in a while.
Yeah.
As long as we're not in the shade, we're fine, right?
Yes. I'm just a little cold all the time.
Well, that's typical women. Y'all tend to freeze in the middle of summer. So that's just the way it is. But hey, look, $8.50, 2 slices of pizza and a drink for lunch. I mean, can anybody tell me where you can get a better lunch for that price?
No, I can't. I know for a fact if you go to a fast food restaurant, you're already going to be spending $12.
100%. And then, it's just, you don't get many sub $10 lunches anymore out there. And then we just talked the wind up, by the way. So we were talking about how great it was, and it still feels good out here, though. You got your heater, and we got the sun beating down on us, and we got a lot to talk about as we come on the air. Another Auburn addition to the portal, and Jamonte Waller, edge rusher, a guy that was a big deal, and really never lived up to billing, and so he's gonna try the portal. And like you and I and Kyle talked about this morning, it just feels like a situation where right now everything is negative. Everything, because you can't really go get anybody right now, but everybody can declare if they want to get in the portal or not.
Right. It's like things are just being taken away, and you're not given anything at this point.
Right.
Because again, like you said, I mean, the portal window isn't open for people to transfer in, but everyone can transfer out right now. So kind of just have to hope for hearing some sort of news on who's going to be staying. We heard Xavier Atkins is going to be staying. Now it's who else is going to be staying?
Well, that was one of the things that we talked about this morning, that like a Cam Coleman, a Deuce Knight, some of the names that Auburn fans are really interested in hearing what their decision is going to be. Is silence better than, what does the silence mean for Jeremiah Cobb? What does it mean? Like, people try to read into things on social media. You talked about that this morning, and people posting pictures and then taking them down and changing their
the
status.
social immaturity, the social media aspect of it all just kind of ruins everything. I feel like at this point, because people read into things either so much, or people are just posting things just to be talked about. And like, to me, I'm so over that. That is
Right.
just not. I don't know. I'm over all of that. I'm like, all right, can you just give it to us straight? Are you staying? Are you leaving? What are your thoughts? And again, so I'm done trying to read in.
Would you
and
be
try and-
happy if all social media just went?
Yes.
We'd like to keep YouTube up,
Yeah.
but outside of that, and I don't know, is YouTube really even considered social media? I guess it can be. It's just really, I don't really know what you classify that as. But you know, there is such a dark side to the social media side of things, and you know, people's emotions can be played with. And like you said, immaturity games and stuff with kids going on there going, well, you know, I think that's part of this loyalty talk that we had this morning, that, you know, how about show a little bit of loyalty to the place that gave you an opportunity? And look, there's nothing wrong with going out and trying to get what you can get in a capitalistic society, but we've blown this thing way out of proportion. There are no regulations or guidelines. The thing about the NFL, since you sign a contract and it's for a term, this is for X number of years, and then you go, okay, at the end of that, we can negotiate what you want to do. If you want to go into free agency, if we want to re-sign you, whatever. It's every year in college football. Like, it doesn't matter what the situation is. It's like, okay.
It doesn't matter what the status of your school even did last year.
Has no bearing. You know, I've said before that there are a lot of great players that get in the portal that are part of already really good programs.
Yep.
So why, if you're already part of a really good program and you were a starter at that program, and why would you be looking elsewhere? Why, you know, other than for one reason?
All for the money.
So it's real. It has, and you know, we're not going to spend the entire show on that, but I think it's where everybody is. I think that you look at the jersey and the helmet, and that's what draws the fans. But you got attached to players as you grew up, and favorite players, and the loyalty to that school. And, you know, you don't get that anymore. And I said that this morning. Your favorite player could be playing for your rival 9 months later. And that's just hard to fathom. That it's and again, it really do the fight songs mean anything anymore? That's what and the reason I bring all this up, that's what makes college football what made college football what it is.
Yeah, that's the rivalry and the tradition is what set it also apart from the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, it's obviously other than them being amateurs,
right?
Which they're not even considered that anymore because they're getting paid. But it's also like the tradition, the school, all those kind of things are what bring the community and stuff together. And none of these guys even know what any of this means anymore. Like you said, they can go and play for your rival school 9 months from now.
Well, it's all about, it's just transactional. Like, and I think the world and the way, like you brought up with social media, it's people doing things that they otherwise wouldn't do, you know, in their life because of the money and not having any loyalty to a business or a company or an organization or a team or a school, because I'm always looking for the next pay increase and not buying in and not showing any longevity. And I think it's infected society. I really do.
Yeah.
Because we've taken, and I say we because we follow this, we cover this, we've taken the best sport in the world and ruined it because of, and I saw something earlier this week that said the schools used to have all the power. Now they have no power. And so the pendulum has swung completely in the opposite direction. And neither one of them, the pendulum shouldn't be on either side. The schools should not have all the power, and the players shouldn't have all the power. It ought to be a happy medium, you know, because I've said this a million times to you. If you go, okay, well, you guys go figure it out. We'll take our facilities, and without our facilities, without our college, you don't have a team to play for.
Right.
So you going to go start a league? And then if you do, where are you going to play? You going to go rent a stadium? We'll rent you our stadium. Like that's kind of where we are with it now. It's like we've forgotten all of the things that are provided for these athletes to move on to the next level. And in the here and now, it's like, well, you owe me this and you owe me that, and I need all of this. And you don't think about all the things that have been given to you to give you that opportunity.
You can see the programs too, and this isn't just football, but also basketball, where the players have the authority over the coaches.
Well, no question.
You can see it big time. And we've talked about that recently, about a few teams where we think, okay, the guys control what goes on.
Right.
And again, that's just not how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a threatening way of saying, all right, well, if you don't do this for me or you don't put me in here, I'm going to leave. I'm just going to go somewhere else. I'm that good.
You're exactly right. And I think, again, just to kind of close out this first segment talking about this, I feel like most of you feel the same way in the conversations that we've had. You know, when the game kicks off on Saturdays, we forget about all this stuff. But as soon as it's over, it's right back to
how it was.
It's the transactional stuff. It's, hey, he went out there and performed today for our program, but then deep down, you know, he ain't really bought in. And I'm using he as a hypothetical. You could just sub in whatever name. There's just not a lot of genuineness anymore because you're willing to be pulled. You're willing to poach. You're willing to, you know, and that's what Eli Drinker was talking about. He's like, look, man, everybody that's worth a darn on our roster has been called multiple times. And, you know, there was supposedly, oh, well, you're not supposed to be who's enforcing any of this stuff?
That's the question. Who is enforcing? Who's supposed
They're not.
to be?
And they're
who's supposed to be?
That's a good question. Like nobody even knows the answer to that. This NCAA committee that they formed is not enforcing squad. So it's unfortunate all the way around. Again, if you want to keep talking about this part, obviously feel free in the comments to throw it out there. Again, not going to spend the whole show on that because we got a lot more to talk about here. I think some good discussion points this morning about goalish and realistic timetable. We'll talk about that here coming up. We'll go back down the portal list. Hey, and we'll look at some things, some targets like Auburn. One thing about not having a bowl game, one thing not having to be in the playoffs right now is your sole priorities on figuring out what your needs are.
Yeah.
And this roster is going to flip every year now.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. And how many players is that going to be this year? We're already at 18. And I told you last week that we were on a fast track to 30. And I definitely think we'll get there. That's 30 players on this current roster for Auburn that are going to get in the portal. And it could be more than that. So how many of those are you replacing? And how many quality place people are you going to be able to put in that place of some of a Jay Crawford? You know, there's not going to be many Jay Crawfords out there. There's not going to be many Malcolm Simmons out there. There's not going to be many of those guys that are floating. But the ones that are, how much are you willing to pay for them, and how much budget do you have to go get them?
Yep.
It's a lot to process. So, all right, we are up against our first break here on the show. We are live on location at Lake Martin Pizza, and we're out here in the sun. It feels great. There's a little breeze that blows through every once in a while, but Faith's got her heater over here, so she don't really feel it anymore. But it's a gorgeous day to get out and about, as I know everybody's heading into the Christmas weekend and then into Christmas week next week. And while you're out shopping, you're getting off work on this Friday, you need to come down to Lake Martin Pizza, and $8.50 will get you 2 big slices of pizza and a drink. You could almost split that with somebody, and then even be even less. Yeah. So, but
or you could have it for dinner.
That's right, or you can take it home with you after you eat one of those massive slices of pizza. All right, we'll take another break. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this. We're definitely getting some sun.
I hope so. I am going to turn this down a little
That's fine.
bit.
I'll do it.
Okay.
You want any pizza yet?
Sure.
Okay.
Is it on high?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll turn it down.
Thank you. Guys, it's so bright. I can't see anything. I was getting nervous
Why?
because I'm like, what if we come back from break?
You got it all.
I put her Alicia on jersey so
But
that
you're real sweet, aren't you?
so that if she wants to lie on the turf, she
But it's
can.
just real sweet. But you want to be right here with the treats, don't you? But you know where they are. Good Lord, Spider. Not anymore. You got the notification yet?
No, I don't think so. Someone did call me 10 minutes ago. Someone called me on the way here, and I sent them over to Mitch.
Oh, did you? Good.
Yeah. It's so bright out. Did you guys know that we're closer to the sun in the winter than we are
Yeah,
in
you
the
told me
summer?
that the other day, which is crazy.
You can fact check me.
All right, 30 seconds. You already got it running?
No, I do now. Did you just send it?
No, it's old. He ain't seen anything. That was old. Not bad. All right, 30 seconds.
Yeah. The Earth is actually closer to the sun, and the sun is thus brighter during January.
How about
It
that?
appears dimmer at the northern latitudes. And that's why we have shorter days, apparently.
Apparently so.
Because when you're closer, it goes quicker.
Right.
That Reese told me, so you might need to actually fact check that.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. We are live on location at Lake Martin Pizza Company in Alexander City, right down 63. And, man, good crowd here. Just paid for 2 more lunches as I walked up there.
Oh, awesome.
And so they're going fast.
That's awesome.
They're going
so
fast.
That's 3 now?
That's 3 now. And then, of course, they're going to be bringing ours out to us here in a little bit. So we're excited about that. We do not count. Actually, it will count because you still got to get it. But we don't count toward the 5. How about that? So y'all got time to come out, and again, a good crowd here at Lake Martin Pizza Company, and we appreciate them so very much. Brett and Stacy are tremendous, great partners here with us on the program, and couldn't do all of our stuff without our great partners. We love going on location.
Mhm.
That's some of the most fun parts about what we do, and getting to really truly partner with our businesses. So again, this is not a sales pitch, but if you want to partner with us on the Auburn Blitz, just reach out to us. You know how to reach us, get in touch with us. So you can message us on Facebook, and we'll get back with you, and we'd love to maybe talk about it. So let's talk about Alex Golesh, because Alex Golesh has a lot that he's trying to get done right now, and all while evaluating the roster, having the conversations he's had, and watching so far 18 decide that they want to leave. And look, we said it this morning, how much of that is them wanting to leave? How much of that is Alex Golesh going, well, we're probably going to go in another direction with your position. You're welcome to stay. But, and then how much of it is maybe a mutual thing?
You're watching this happen everywhere, though. It's not like
is.
this is just Auburn. And so this is an epidemic for everybody. And that's the other thing that a lot of people need to think about and understand, that, while you're losing so many players, look at all the other players in the portal that
Right.
people are going from where they are, having obviously a much better season than Auburn. And people are still going out and leaving. Now, here's where I think people should be more worried. When you are looking at who's out in the portal and where they're most interested in going, some of those other programs come out with, graphics and stuff like that. Auburn is not on the list of very many. Not a lot of people not a lot of highly profiled players are interested in coming to Auburn. And that's where you should find some insecurity and, a little bit of nerves, because why is Auburn not on the top radar for a lot of these top prospects? Look at the seasons.
Well, I was going to say the performance has not been what it.
Yeah, and the coaching turnovers in the last 5 years. I mean, there's a lot to look at, and that's where.
Well, I remember going into last season, and we said, look, all this will take care of itself if you just do what? Win football games. And Auburn didn't win football games, and you continue to build a mess. I mean, I hate to be that way, but it's at some point in time, you continue to get elite recruits to come in and buy into what you tell them. And I know the past coaching staff is gone, but it still carries across multiple coaches here now. And the same's going to have to be for Alex Golesh. You're going to tell the guys everything that they want to hear. But at some point in time, you got to produce and show a winning product. And that's where Auburn has fell short the last 5 years. They have not been able to put a winning product on the field, all while, just imagine, Auburn's been putting together pretty good rosters and getting good talent in, and having highly ranked recruiting classes compared to a lot of other programs. And you hadn't been winning. Could you imagine if you hadn't been getting those players, where you would be? I mean, but now you've dug yourself into a hole to where you've got to really go out, and you got to get a couple home run hitters like at quarterback that can turn things around quicker than normal. There's never been a position, nor will there ever be a position more important in any sport than the quarterback position is in football. Mm-hmm. You can take a subpar team and put an elite quarterback with them, and you can go to new heights. We've already seen that with and again, I think the 2010 team gets undersold. There were some really good pieces around Cam. It wasn't just Cam Newton, but you take Cam Newton off that team, Auburn's not winning a national title.
Ain't no question.
But you can have all these elite players and have poor quarterback play, and not go anywhere. And we've proven that. I think this
year after year, definitely the last 2 years. But again, I think it is the quarterback position that we keep talking about, but the coaching part of it, of not having the development. And that has been a consistent thing for years before just, Hugh Freeze, Brian Harsin, So again, that is kind of the other side of, all right, this in the past, but how is Alex Golesh and his staff going to either create and develop a quarterback or, I don't know, bring someone in? It's going to be
Yeah, it's all right. He's all good. He's
It's-
on me, not you. So
It's going to
Yellow-
be
Yellow
a
Jacket.
different game, though, going and getting in the portal at an SEC school rather than
It is.
at
No,
USF.
there's no doubt about it. So, can Byron Brown come to Auburn and do the things that he did at South Florida? I mean, we might see that opportunity might present itself here in a few weeks. If not, Deuce Knight is probably the guy that
Is he going to stay?
Well, I think a lot depends on if Byron Brown comes or not, and then what kind of conversation Alex Golesh can have with him to say, look, at this point in time, where's Deuce Knight? I think the conversation, we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll come back, have this on the other side. Where would Deuce Knight go and start immediately? And we'll talk about that when we come back. So we are on location at Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63. Can't say anything but unbelievable things about this place. The food is outstanding. They're about to bring our pizza out. We're excited about it. It's a beautiful day outside. Come check out Lake Martin Pizza Company. They'll have the playoff game on tonight. It's just a place to come out and hang. You're not going to have to worry about getting cold.
Yeah, they've got it. Yeah, all closed off.
They do, and got the heaters in there. It'll be nice and toasty.
And heaters out here in case anybody wants to be
right,
out here.
Right.
Playing cornhole, whatever it might be.
It's not going to be terrible. So put a jacket on and come on out. So we'll take another break here. Stay tuned. More to come on the Auburn Blitz right after this. Appreciate all of you that jump on with us every day. We are at Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, and the location on Highway 49 is awesome too. Love both. I mean, both of them, and they're unique. Both are different. You know, same owners, Brett and Stacy.
Same great pizza. Consistency there.
Absolutely, something we hadn't had at Auburn. Maybe could take a lesson in that. Maybe could go run a clinic on how to be consistent.
I don't know.
We have been consistently bad, losing seasons. So, and it's like you and I and Kyle talked about this morning. I mean, how with all the stuff at the disposal of Auburn, how have you been able to pull this off?
Stop.
It's been so bad.
It's just gonna make me mad again. I was getting annoyed I was watching like a bunch of highlight reels came up on my Instagram feed and stuff.
Right.
And you know when it's like some country song and it's like a sad, like kind of a sad country song, and then it's like all the highlights of Cam Newton and he was there, and then it's like I just wish we could go back to that time. It's like those highlights, or I don't know, highlights of just like different guys that have been at Auburn.
Right.
And it's like, gosh, so long ago, what happened?
Right.
James, thank you for coming so much. Merry Christmas. We're glad that, you've been a consistent watcher, and you've won a lot more predictions, probably more than Auburn's won games in the season. So thank you for coming out here. And Lucy said it was nice to meet you. Didn't you, Lucy? Lucy. Look at her. Isn't she just the sweetest?
She is. 30 seconds.
That must have been so cool to be in school during the Cam Newton era. I wish.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was just a wee little baby.
As I hear all the time. All right, we're back here on the Auburn Blitz. We are on location at Lake Martin Pizza Company, and we appreciate all of you that join us each and every day. It is great to have partners like J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation and
Sensa Green for air that's cool and clean. Call them Sensa Green.
there's a little cool and clean outside today, but it's fresh. It's nice.
Yes.
It's good to be outside, and just a really, really, really beautiful day to be outdoors. And come on down to Lake Martin Pizza Company, and again, I think we've got one or two slots left to pay for people's lunch. If you want to come by and say, hey, we've already taken care of a few people, so come on down. It's on us, and we'd love to see you. And
it's halfway through our show, which means it's Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. We were just there on Wednesday, had an amazing, you had an outlet burger. I just had a normal burger.
Right.
So good. So happy to go to Pepper Tree all the time. Just had one of our winners from the past couple of weeks who we just met up with here, and we were able to give him some of the Pepper Tree gift certificates.
That's right.
And he told me inside that, he's waiting to go here in just a few weeks and has been saving the ones that he has so he can go get a big order. And
he's going to get a lot of stuff.
Oh, my goodness. So I'm so excited for him because he said he's never been to Pepper Tree.
Yeah, well, he's in for a treat for sure. So, look, all of you that participated during the season on the predictions and stuff, again, we appreciate that so much. We got a really fun 2026 coming up for everybody moving into the new year. And a
lot of new ways to win merch. And hopefully we'll see what other gift certificates we will be giving out. But hopefully we'll be able to give out a few more.
Right.
So, yeah, just really, really grateful for a lot of really great partners.
Absolutely. We are very, very grateful. All right. Moving into the last part of the show here again. And I think what were we going to bring up? We were talking about how important was it Deuce Knight going to play? Deuce Knight where he's going to go play. If he were to get in the portal. Now, obviously, he's a hot commodity and would be a hot commodity if he got in it. But did you see the number of quarterbacks getting in the portal?
There's a lot, and a lot of highly profile ones too.
So, and here's what you got to understand. Everybody's like, oh, well, he's gone. He's gone. Not necessarily. I mean, if you got a good deal, and, I think he wants to be playing right now. But, again, you just had another coaching change, and is he comfortable with this coaching staff? Mm-hmm. And do they see a vision for him, and does he see the vision for him at Auburn moving forward? I think that's the key to all of this. And if you bring a Byron Brown in, again, you can't just have one guy in the quarterback room.
Right.
So does Alex Golesh say, look, Byron Brown, if he comes here, he's got 1 year left, you are our guy, not even going to go out and look like if we need to go out in the portal and get somebody to add with you next year, but you're going to be the future of Auburn moving forward. Can he convince Deuce Knight that that's the case is the question.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
Y'all bring it on over.
Yeah, y'all can. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it so much.
Thanks.
You can hand me one because I want to show everybody what this pizza looks like. So, I mean, this is what you get, man. Like that's a massive. We got. I wish everybody could see all that laid out over there.
I know that's
like hysterical. It is like There's the best pizza around for sure. But I mean, going back, like. It's not just a given. Okay, where would be some legitimate targets for Deuce Knight to land? Notre Dame, Ole Miss possibly. Yeah. Some of those tight targets, are they going to hand him the starting job just because he gets in the portal at those schools? Does he have a better chance of starting at another place than he does Auburn coming up this coming year?
I really think if you sit there and you look at Coach Golish and what his plan would be for Deuce, whether or not, bringing in Byron Brown, who he already had at USF, whatever the situation might be, if you can look and see from Deuce's standpoint the vision that Alex Golish has and how to grow and develop you, and maybe, if someone else comes in, whether it's Byron Brown or not, but like use him in different ways and in different scenarios. I mean, I see that growing him as a quarterback and being able to be, a full-on starter his junior year.
I mean, again, it's about is there patience in anybody's bloodstream anymore?
Literally the only patient player that I've really seen that also has had, the name and conversation around him is Alabama's quarterback Ty Simpson, who waited his turn up until his senior year to finally be able to play.
He did, and
now I don't know how well that's worked out for him, but
we got him in the playoffs.
It did, and again, it also, though, I actually talked to him his and my freshman year of college, and I did an interview with him talking about NIL and talking about transferring and all that kind of stuff. And, he was somebody that said he had the loyalty to the school and that he committed to go to Alabama. And so he wanted to learn underneath the coaches there. And obviously he had a coaching switch at one point. But again, just learning and taking the course and being able to grow and learn behind some of the guys that were in front of him.
Right.
So Deuce Knight really didn't have a specific person to learn in front of him this year.
True. The development side of things.
There are a lot of things that you kind of, not having had a dedicated starter all last season, that does, I guess, kind of throw Deuce for one of those questioning, I don't know, moments of, I didn't get to watch anybody get developed here. Now I have a new coach.
Right.
Just a lot of unanswered questions.
A lot is built on relationships and stuff. And, I know when coaches leave, you see this all the time, probably more than not, that coach leaves, they have a relationship with that particular coach, and they leave too.
Yep.
And again, that shows there may be a more of a bond to a coach than there is a school. And you see that over recruiting. And look, we just saw Malik Blockton. His defensive line coach is staying. His defensive coordinator is staying. He's been an Auburn guy all the way through. Didn't convince him to stay. I mean, nothing could be more locked in and consistent for him than the situation at Auburn, and he's choosing to get in the portal. So I guess whatever floats your boat is what everybody's situation is. Completely and totally different, and people make decisions for different reasons. But I would have never thought Malik Blockton been basically here 2 years, establishing himself, everything on his side of the ball, staying consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he leave? It's only because of maybe shopping to see if he can get more money. I mean, it's the only thing that you can really come up with.
And that's where, before we go, that's where Kirk said somewhere up there, he was like, do you think any of the guys in the portal could come back to Auburn?
Right.
That's always a possibility.
Of course. There's no question about that. They're just because you get in doesn't mean you go.
So, in this situation for Malik Blockton, maybe he is going and looking and listening and having conversations, but maybe he does decide to pull back from that. We don't know.
And maybe they, again, in fairness to all the kids, they get a chance to reflect and kind of see and shop around and say, look, you know what? I thought I might want to go somewhere else, but man, nobody's got a better situation than what I'm in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that wakes them up to say, hey, look, I do have a good situation.
Right.
And I'm going to stay where I'm at. So, a lot of things, a lot of transitions and a lot of transactions going on during this time of year. All right, we're up against a break. Stay tuned. A lot more to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
breaking news. Morris Williams entered the portal. We'll talk about it on the next segment.
Yep, not a good deal at all. Literally have no defensive line starters, but how about that?
Not a one.
So much for Vontrell King Williams and DJ Durkin staying to keep the players. I mean, roster retention. That's a bunch of junk.
Where are these guys going? Maybe Justin.
Go up there to that dumpster fire. Number 19. Well, I tell you, man. Nice.
Is he gone?
Yeah. No. Like looking at the starters, like it's gonna be crazy to
That's bad.
there ain't no other way to spin it. I mean, like nobody had a better relationship with Vontrell than Morris. That's why he came back the last time. Obviously, that doesn't mean squat anymore.
Peter?
No, I don't think so. The back is a little bit, but not terrible.
Is it away? Is it off?
I don't see anything.
Or was it both that just I swear.
We got any? It's the longest break in man
That's
history.
what I felt like. When do you get your new phone?
It is. I think just in it. Yep. We're ready. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. A couple segments left on the show. Our program brought to you by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation and
Sensi Green for air that's cool and clean. Call on Sensi Green.
yeah, and it's very nice out here, boy. You don't get sun
Oh my
like this in
gosh.
December very often.
It feels so nice right now.
It's
Like
perfect.
so nice.
Even so much we had to cut the heat down.
I know.
That's how good it feels out here. But anyway, we're on the Highway 63 location, or at the Highway 63 location of Lake Martin Pizza. And again, they'll have the playoff game going on down here tonight, and they'll have everything going on tomorrow. So you make a weekend out of it. I know a lot of people last minute shopping coming down to the wire here. You got Christmas coming up next week.
Yeah,
So-
I can't believe it already. Make sure go get some gift cards if you need to. Lake Martin Pizza,
Can't go wrong.
all of our partners.
Absolutely. So, yeah, glad to be partnered with Lake Martin Pizza. Looking forward to the next year with them and everything that we got going on. And so just a lot of excitement. While we were away on TV, another Auburn player gets in the portal, and this was a big one. Again, I thought I was, just talked about Jamonte Waller, and I looked down, I was like, oh, that's the same. Nope,
Another one.
it's Morris Williams.
Yep. So that's
Basically, no defensive line left. And again, at what point in time, do you just wash your hands of it? From a standpoint of, hey, look, not going to worry about following recruiting anymore. Not going to worry about who gets in the portal. Just put together whatever damn roster you want to put together, and we'll just roll it out there and see what happens year to year. I mean, should there be any pressure on a bunch of these coaches now with all of this? I mean, literally, what if your business changed employees completely every single year? Every single year you went, okay, y'all are done. I'm bringing in all new staff, and I got to relearn everything about the business. And somebody, seriously, is that the CEO's fault? I mean, if they can't, if you knew that, hey, every single year your employees top to bottom are going to leave, the ones you count on, and you got to reteach everybody every year.
That's just the problem with all of this. And there's just no other way to spin it.
Yeah. I just think that everybody's having to deal with it. It's like nobody's immune to this. That's the crazy thing. But
yeah.
But when you're down you're behind the 8 ball
already.
and you're losing key players again. People can say, okay, well, just let them go, and that's fine, and that's what you have to do. But who are you going to go find that's going to be a equal or better replacement for? That's the whole gist of this thing.
The other part of it too is other schools are going through this, but a lot of them look at their recruiting class that they're bringing in right now for the class of 2026. It's definitely a lot higher.
It's a lot higher.
Right
That's
now.
Exactly right. But I don't even know that you even worry about that anymore. Like this recruiting, because the recruiting, hell, most of them won't be here next year anyway. If they don't come in and get them, and even if some of them do start, there's a great chance they're going to get in the portal. And it doesn't matter what school they go to. I know some more than others, but man, Auburn up to 19 now in the portal. And again, we are way on the fast track now to get to 30.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of work, man. A lot of work in one portal window. Again, I'm all for the one portal window, Faith. You know that.
Yeah, I agree.
But at the end of the day, you better have all your crap together and you better fill all the holes. If not, you're going to go in to next season with some major problems.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just who is going to stay, who is for sure leaving. If there were some announcement of who's going to stay, that would be much needed. I feel like at this point with everyone that is, it's not even like a lot of, just bodies that are leaving. It's guys that they made a name for themselves.
They did.
Auburn, and their name was called a ton.
Right.
And so it is the question of, all right, the depth wasn't there before.
Right.
Now these guys are leaving who were the starting guys and the first ones to call.
Right.
Now what?
Just going to rename the show the Portal Show because that's all we talk about. And it's what you have to talk about. It's almost like what we were talking about with NIL and all last year. Like, you have no choice but to talk about it because it's what's driving the industry and the business game. You know, normally you'd be talking about, you know, the excitement of next year and, you know, the guys you got coming back. And, hey, look, we didn't get to this point like we wanted to this year, but we got all these guys coming back. We're going to build depth. And, like, all that's out the window, man. Like, none of that even counts anymore. Mm-hmm. So, all right, let's take a break here on the show. When we come back, we will end it here. We got one more segment coming up here on the Lake at Lake Martin Pizza Company here on the Auburn Blitz. Ladybug.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's good luck here.
Maybe so. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz final segment here on the show. We are live at Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63. Love Brett and Stacy and all that they do with us here and partner, and they're going to have the playoff game on tonight between Oklahoma and Alabama, so make sure you come out here and check that out. And, man, it's been a gorgeous day out here on the patio. We chose the sunny side over here. We didn't want to sit in the shade, obviously, but it has been perfect out here.
After yesterday being such a nasty day, the only times we could go out was literally in between the rain breaks, and that was not very many times. I was like, all right, I need to at least get some actual sunlight. And
let's get some vitamin. Was it vitamin C or D?
I think it's vitamin D.
Vitamin D. Okay, yeah, one of the two. But anyway, had to get our dose of that because don't get this opportunity very much in December and January.
It feels so nice to like not have the wind be so freezing.
I mean,
it gets a little chilly, but I've got a nice little heater right here.
Yeah, you do.
Keeping me warm.
And literally, when the wind doesn't blow, it is perfect.
It is so nice.
It actually gets a little warm when the wind's not blowing.
Let's see. We don't know what the temperature. 53.
That's not bad. And again, with no wind, with the sun, you're in really good shape. What's not in good shape is this roster. As we continue to talk about that, and just kind of end the show there with look, there's no other way to spin it. When you look at this depth chart now and what you've lost through guys graduating and now guys getting in the portal with Malik Blockton and Morris Williams and Jamonte Waller. I mean, this defensive line's depleted. Look, here's the big thing. Oh, let's keep Durkin. Oh, let's keep Vontrell. Yeah, let's keep all that for roster. We don't want to keep everything. Obviously, I don't mean a hill of beans anymore. I mean, seriously.
Doesn't mean what?
A hill of beans. You never heard of that before?
No.
So that just tells you again, age gap. Anyway, I know some of you out there have heard that.
I've never. That doesn't even make sense.
Has anybody else heard that? So Jared Smith, Jordan Crawford season. Yeah, I mean, you'll have to lean on a lot of these guys. I mean, you got a lot of young guys that got some playing time this year.
Have those guys said that they're staying?
They haven't said anything. So, I mean, they haven't said that. That's the thing. It's either
normally when
we've only had a couple guys come out and say they're staying.
Wouldn't you think that it's if no one's saying anything, they're probably going to stay until they say otherwise.
Oh, here we go.
Or we can do that later. Or but now it's all right. You think they're leaving until they say something,
right?
That's how flipped the mentality is now because of this entire college football.
That's what we said this morning. Having some key players come out and say they're coming back would maybe help with a little positive momentum, some wins like that. But I don't know. Somebody apparently is moving tables and chairs around. So, what's the most annoying sign on the planet? That one right there. So, anyway, yeah, you did miss that conversation last time, Justin. I don't know if we're going to go back down that road. We've got 3 minutes left. Again, we've been live to give you the breaking news on that. They sent the last 18 players now.
Well, why don't we finish out with some basketball?
Yeah, well, got 2 minutes to go. Auburn playing tomorrow against Purdue. Another big test. Emeka Oporum going to be out now indefinitely because of a medical situation. And, it's just not that he was getting a ton of minutes, but you were building him up to try to help with depth, in the post, and where Auburn is very deficient. And so there's no other way to spin it. It's a big blow for this team that was looking to have at least 10 guys contribute regularly. And your options are getting fewer and fewer.
It's nice though that they had a nice longer turnaround than they've had the last couple of weeks. And again, you've played a lot of really high profile, high level teams.
Right.
This is another no joke team that you're about to go in and play against Purdue.
Right.
But again, you've got SEC play coming up here in just how many weeks?
Got SEC play coming up here first week of January.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I don't even know.
2 weeks.
I don't even know what day it really is.
Nobody did. That's crazy.
Justin, I've seen that. I don't know for sure.
That nobody does yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to make sure. And we got 1 minute left here for TV, so we just need to sign out here. And again, want to thank Lake Martin Pizza Company. Want to thank J. Smith Construction. Want to thank
Sense of Green.
Yep.
They're awesome.
Absolutely.
All of our partners.
And thank all of you that tune us in each and every day here on the Auburn Blitz and, making Auburn Blitz part of your daily Auburn athletic intake on the podcast and on the show at noon. I got a big 2026 coming up. We've got podcasts coming up and shows all the way up through Christmas Eve.
Yep.
And then we'll be off for the remainder of time and then be back that following week for more shows. But again, everybody go out and have a great weekend. I'll let you send us out.
Hope everyone has the best weekend, best day ever.
Absolutely. And for Faith Richardson, I'm Brett Pritchard saying, we've enjoyed it. Hope you have. See you next time.
All right, Justin, just for you, caramel.
There you go. Appreciate it, Count. Thank you. Thanks to all of you out there.
Thank you, everyone.
Guys, we're going to sign off. We appreciate it. He said he knew it.
What do you say?
I say Carol.
Okay. I know.
How am I weird when Caramello is like, it's not Caramello? I've never heard anybody call that candy bar Caramello. Am I off, y'all? Am I the weird one?
Those, so I don't know.
Yeah, I say caramel. I mean, so yeah, I mean,
I don't know. This is a perfect way to say goodbye, everyone.
Okay,
I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Would you be surprised if the fact if we ever agreed on a word, term, or anything, it would be earth-shattering?
No, we did agree on one.
I think 1 out of 30.
Yeah. We can agree on another one. How do you say milk?
Count said you need to work on that.
What do I need to work on?
I don't know. Maybe caramel.
How do you say milk?
Milk?
Yeah.
Milk?
I hate when people say milk.
Milk?
Yeah.
I don't say milk.
I think that's a northern thing.
Yeah, I say milk.
Or eggs.
Eggs?
Eggs. I hate when people
Who
say
says? I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say eggs. That even sounds
or
stupid.
northern people. Yeah.
What else? We're not doing this again. All right. We are very appreciative of Lake Martin Pizza, and we're about to eat our lunch. It smells so good. We didn't have to worry about it getting cold. It's right here in the sun, and it's just a nice day again. See, my way's the only way.
All right. You know what? I'm out of here.
Look, I knew it was coming. Now, listen, I think we need to stay on for about 10 more minutes, right?
I can't even see the mouse. Oh,
all right, guys. Thank y'all so much. Faith, send us out.
Hope everyone has the best weekend ever. Y'all be safe.
Absolutely traveling around, and we'll see y'all next time for Auburn Blitz.